Amen.
Yes. God bless you, Refresh your Center Church of God in Christ. Indeed, I count it a privilege and an honor to stand before you and represent my pastor, Elder Kenny Campbell. Proper order already been set. I give an honor to Elder Jackson. I give an honor to Deacon George Davis, and also I give an honor to Mother Jackson. Praise the Lord. On this morning, and also to the angels of this house. On this afternoon, as I represent my uncle for the month of November, I begin to remember. I prayed and I said, Lord, how can I represent Elder Campbell Great on this morning? And so I'm only going to take this 5 minutes. I promise I'm not going to be longer, but what I am going to give you is I'm going to give you Ecclesiastes, and you don't pull it out now, go home when you get it. But I want you to look at Ecclesiastes 3. And it reads, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. What profit have he that worketh in that whereof he laboreth? I have seen the travail which God hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it. Praise the Lord. When I think of the month of November, I begin to remember fond childhood memories. I began coming around the dinner table on Thanksgiving. I remember tasting sweet potato pie. I remember sitting at the table and getting my first piece of turkey dipped in gravy. I remember the collard greens, and I remember the stuffing. I remember Thanksgiving. I remember growing up in school. I remember how we talked about the settlers, and I remember how we talked about the importance of remembering. But one thing that I learned as I got older, that as you get older, Thanksgiving and November do not remember or mean the same thing. As you get older, people begin to die and people begin to perish. And so November no longer seems to be the November that you remember. Now November seems that it's the month of Black Friday. We can't wait till November to be over. We can't wait to go shopping, because guess what? We got a December on the way, and we're on our way to the new year. So as I was thinking that in the month of November, what about the season? Season changes. I thought about how the trees lose their leaves and how they fall to the ground and they crumble. And I thought about the grass, how it's no longer green, but now it's brown. And I thought about the birds in the air, and I thought about how they fly south for the winter. And I said, day and night, isn't it funny how everything around us began to fade away? It's no longer around. I mean, in January, you made your New Year's resolution and you said, I'm going to do it. In February, you made up in your mind that you was in love. In March, you marched your way through. And through April, you had April showers. And then in May, you said, I make it. In June, you became a June bride. And then in July, you said, this time now. And then in August, you sent the children to school. And in September, they all began to move away. And so here we go in October, you realize everybody around you is wearing a mask. So here you are in the month of November. But I'm here today, I got 3 points for you. Point number 1 was to remember. Remember everything that you've been through. Now that you remember, point number 2 is I gotta tell Refreshing Center, it's your time, it's your time, it's your time. I tell you that there's a time for everything. I'm here to tell you that it's your time. So what? The trees are no longer on, or the leaves are on the tree. Guess what? God gotta move some people out of your life. So what? That the grass is no longer green. Guess what? You always thought the grass was green on the other side anyway. So what? That the birds can fly away. People are gonna fly out of your life. But God said, I never leave you. I'll be with you even to the end of time. So I'm here to tell you this morning, this afternoon, excuse me, you gotta remember in November. You gotta remember that now this is your time. Every time it seems like the boss is getting on your nerve, it's my time. Every time it seems like your children are getting on your nerve, it's my time. Every time it seems like you can't pay a bill, it's my time. There's a time to die, and there's a time to be born. There's a time to sow, and there's a time to the week. You got to remember, it's your time. So now, refreshing sinner, as I get ready to take my seat, I got to get away from here. My moments are almost over. But I got to tell you something. That guess what? If you take it, you just keep on remembering it's your time. If you keep on giving God some thanks, guess what? He's going to begin to give. The more you thank him, the more he's going to give to you. You got to thank him. You got to thank him. You got to thank him. And he's going to give